Right now, even as we speak, the employees of Twitter are going through an extreme feeling of anxiety, uncertainty, and insecurity at their workplace, something many of us are quite familiar with. I have been in organizations where there has been a constant talk of an impending list of employees who are going to be laid off. Constant chatter about job loss, the typical big boss elimination round wali feeling of who will be thrown out and who will get to stay back. Wondering if we should start looking for options outside already. Basically, the whole gamut of worries and anxieties that come with jobs when the company is downsizing, laying off, or being taken over by a new owner. Let me tell you, it's not a very good feeling, and that is exactly what's happening at Twitter right now. Now, ever since Tesla CEO Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion, some 7,500 odd employees have been constantly worried about losing their jobs. In the last few weeks, Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal has been bombarded with multiple questions regarding layoffs, the future of Twitter, and more. As for job cuts, Parag Agrawal has been assuring that nothing of that sort is happening for now. But a new report from Reuters about an unexpected town hall meeting in Twitter suggests a totally different story. Keep watching to know what's happening at Twitter, where I'm available as @Ronak Kotecha. And on Instagram and on Facebook, I'm available as @ReviewRon, where I post a lot more short, uncut stories. But coming back to the problem at Twitter. Well, for starters, its CEO Parag Agrawal himself, who is all set to lose his job after the takeover is complete as per the sources. Twitter's new boss, 50-year-old Elon Musk, has already lined up a new chief executive who will replace Parag Agrawal once the $44 billion sale deal is completed, which is later this year. All of 37 years old, Parag was made the CEO of Twitter just last November. Originally from Ajmer in Rajasthan, Parag's beginnings were as humble as they can be. He lived in a rented house with his grandparents before moving to Mumbai, where he completed his bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering from IIT Bombay. The same year, that's in 2005, he moved to the US to pursue a PhD in computer science from Stanford University and later interned at Microsoft and Yahoo before joining Twitter as a software engineer in 2011. He rose through the ranks, becoming the Chief Technology Officer or the CTO in 2017 and then CEO in 2021. As CEO, Parag Agrawal was awarded annual compensation of $1 million as well as stock compensation worth $12.5 million as per reports. But he has little to worry about because he is expected to remain in his role until the sale of the company to Elon Musk is completed. Furthermore, Elon Musk will need to pay him $43 million if he fires him within 12 months of a change in control at Twitter. However, Parag's employees don't have that kind of cushioning or surety. Last month, Elon Musk told Twitter's chairman Bret Taylor that he does not have confidence in company's management, sounding alarm bells for its beleaguered employees. Now, Twitter's sudden town hall meeting on Friday was a tense one, with employees constantly trying to get answers on their future in the company from CEO Parag Agrawal, who looked tired and sometimes even angry. He tried hard to pacify the employee anger, but they demanded answers to how the managers plan to handle this crisis situation. So Parag Agrawal had to acknowledge that Twitter would likely make significant changes under Elon Musk's leadership and did not discount the possibility of job cuts. His exact words were, "Different organizations have different cultures, but they have excelled. It will be different here than what it is today, but for the people who are here, it will be worth it to be here." Some call it diplomatically truthful words, but it did little to ease concerns among Twitter staffers who are wary of Elon Musk's leadership. One worker told Reuters, "The PR speak is not landing anymore. They told us, don't leak and do a job you are proud of, but there is no clear incentive for employees to do this. I am tired of hearing about shareholder value and fiduciary duty. What are your honest thoughts about the very high likelihood that many employees will not have jobs after the deal closes?" One Twitter employee finally asked Parag Agrawal in a question read aloud during the meeting. To this, Parag Agrawal fired yet another diplomatic and safe answer that didn't do much to pacify his team. He said, "I believe the future Twitter organization will continue to care about its impact on the world and its customers." Finally, after much direct questioning and much probing, during this meeting, Parag Agrawal urged his staff to expect change in the future under new leadership and acknowledge that the company could have performed better over the last few years. "Yes, we could have done things differently and better. I could have done things differently. I think about that a lot," he said. Now, this whole meeting itself came about after Elon Musk repeatedly criticized Twitter's content moderation practices and a top executive responsible for setting speech and safety policies. Now, this internal town hall meeting, which was heard by Reuters, executives said that the company would monitor staff attrition daily, but it was too soon to tell how the buyout deal with Elon Musk would affect staff retention. In fact, did you know that while pitching banks on his plans for Twitter, Elon Musk reportedly outlined plans to cut costs, including layoffs and slashing executive pay at Twitter? Twitter's chief legal counsel, Vijaya Gadde, seen as Twitter's top advocate for censoring conservatives and right-wingers, is another top executive who is all set to lose her job after Elon Musk takes over. She is said to be one of the key forces behind decisions that a whole section of Twitterati has criticized as an attempt to muzzle free speech by banning accounts of people like Kangana Ranaut and a sitting US President Donald Trump when he was in power. She was also present during this impromptu company-wide meeting and said that Elon Musk's deal with Twitter to buy the firm has very strong requirements to perform. Vijaya Gadde, who is slated to get a $12.5 million payout under the terms of Elon Musk's buyout, also provided more details about $1 billion breakup fee that both Elon Musk and Twitter have agreed to pay if the deal falls apart. But these are huge numbers that Twitter's top executives like Parag and Vijaya would get, and they are the ones who would be handsomely compensated even if they lose their jobs. So it's a win-win situation for them. But the employees, on the other hand, are wondering and groping in the darkness of uncertainty of what exactly will happen to them after their new boss takes over. Now, what are your thoughts on this fast developing story at Twitter? Tell us if you have been in such a situation where a regime change is happening at your organization and you and your colleagues are filled with anxious questions, or as a boss, if you had to take hard decisions or sell your company in a hostile takeover, how did you communicate with your team? What did you do? Let us know in the comments. We're really excited to know your responses. You can of course chat with me on Instagram, and on Facebook it's @ReviewRon. On Twitter I'm available as @Ronak Kotecha. Like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you have already subscribed to this channel. But if you are deciding to hit the bell icon, please also click on the personalized option so that you get all the notifications of all the videos that I put. That is if you like my videos. If you don't, let me know how I can improve. But anyways, thanks so much for watching this one. Please take care of yourself and those around you. Jai Hind.